Who else did I see? Quite a number of big men. You know, the pop chain is all about gray hairs. So, yeah. That night, Tidal Rave was happening. Adam, you were, Coca, please. You have to go to your constituency.
Eyewitness accounts. Please.
This constituency is not for you. Please move to your constituency. We don't want any wahala.
What happened to First Come First Serve?
Please. Yes,
I will struggle to see.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
he wants to see your face.
Yeah. Oh, you won't. Please. Yeah. So tell me, yes, Adam. So you were at Tidal Rave.
Yeah, I was at
Tidal Rave. Just after the event, trouble started looming. Where they said, thank you, I've told him. Coca, please. I beg you, please. Time no day, Coca. Quick, go there. Oh, Coca, please. Go there. Please. Thank you. Oh, Coca, please. Put a little respect on my seat. Thank you. I beg you.
And the any Oga James.
Come and sit here. Some people can see you. Come and sit here. Come and sit in the middle.
I'm going to register on Tiasha.
But then if you don't go for who enemy, but then if you
I'm going to register on Tiasha. I'll be at Tiasha.
And the Mingasa, you. Yeah, I am for Boomer.
Because I will be a name. I'm going to register.
Adam.
Yeah, Chairman.
Mr. Logic, welcome. Well, you've welcomed yourself. We all know Mr. Logic is here. Once you hear, bo back.
Coca is putting, it will not help.
Right.
You know, this
I've told him.
I've told him.
Look at him.
Okay. All right. Okay. Charlie, time no day. We have 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
I think you cannot deliver.
Okay, we have 20 minutes.
I think comparatively.
Charlie, issues there. Time no day.
Issues there your chest. I make you bring them out.
Yeah, per member new boys.
Hey, Coca.
Comparatively,
don't be stupid there.
Easy.
What is your goddamn background?
Oh, Charlie.
Easy.
Respect yourself.
Oh, Charlie. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, listeners, welcome back.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah, Chairman. I think.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
How does he?
We are still raving.
Yeah. Rave.
I think I would like to say that comparatively, this year's Tidal Rave was a better experience over what happened the other year before. I think in terms of comfort, I spoke more to the ravers, and in terms of comfort, comparing it to other ones, they said this was very comfortable. The space was, huge enough. The venue they chose was a good venue for them. And even, I mean, the ticketing arrangement where you have to go to the trade fair, scan your ticket to get a wristband, then you get a bus, chauffeur you from the trade fair to the La Palm Beach. And one other thing which was, very instrumental was that when you get to La Palm, mostly like some of these events, you get to the entrance and you struggle before you get in. This time around, it wasn't that of a heckle. People entering, even in the presence of the police and others, was a little easier. You go in, then you get screened before you go through another. So, like at La Palm, you go through like two other security checks before you get to the venue ground, which was good. When you get to the venue ground, the space is so huge. And there are games going on. People are playing tennis. There are other games, and there was a charging point where there were power banks available. So
really?
You come. They give you. It was a cashless system. So when you come, they link your details and other things and give you the charger, the power bank. So if you don't bring it back, they will debit your account. So like it was awesome. And to the main program, the stage. I think Global Citizen has impacted our space positively. After the event, most of our stages have changed. If you look at the stage setup, it was experience itself. The lighting in there, the backdrops, the kind of images and videos which were played at the backdrop, and the screens. One of the things I criticized them last year was their screens, because there were not a lot of screens. It was creating problems for those at the back, and it caused a lot of fights. But this time around,
fights.
Last year, from those who are at the back, this kind of thing. But this year, because they had two giant screens, you don't have to move. Wherever you are, you can enjoy it. That alone was very good for them, and the performances. I think Edu Baby hype men almost kasa too much. It was one of the complaints. They do not allow the music to flow. Like the talks were, as will be a person or a hype man. Until now was stopping. Ravers didn't like that experience. And at a point too, it's like it was dragging before the main performance. That time gap was too much, and it caused some people to even leave before the main performance started. I think, they need to look at it very well, because Stoneboy, Sakure, and others got there between 9 and 10 o'clock. So why do you have to wait until like 1 and others to start performing when you've been at that very early? So they need to look at that time for the main performances, because it got the audience very tired. Then the performances started. It was awesome. Whoever came on stage, the crowd were cheering enough. Whoever came on stage with a little, you'll be able to get the crowd to cheer you. And I would like to say once again, shout outs to DJ Vyrowski. He did well with his set by rocking more with Ghanaian songs. His selection were on point. They are recent Ghanaian songs, but he was able to get the crowd along.
We'll have that discussion, because it looks like, over the weekend, it was the back and forth on social media that, hey, so we can jam. Where is Ashman? There are new songs. Okay, but something that brought about the whole... Well, we saw Mugis come on stage to say, if they come on stage, you should come and perform and leave.
Yeah.
And what necessitated that?
Yeah, Andy, I think Stoneboy was about to do his last song, because even that at that drop of, at that point he has said that he is about to do the last performance. So we knew that it was getting to the close of his performance. So when the DJ dropped the song, Stoneboy started performing. Then he looked back. So when he looked back to where the DJ is, he couldn't concentrate on the performance again. It was like he wasn't comfortable, because there were a lot of people up the stage where the DJ was. And it was clear that the DJ was, events, normally when you're about to leave or another DJ coming thinks you've outstayed your time, they don't want you to even release a new song so that your artist can perform. So when they normally heckle you, it can help kill it. So I felt that was what was happening at the stage. So Stoneboy's microphone was off at a point, so he asked that they should switch on his mic. They switched on his mic, and he said he couldn't have left without saying thank you to the fans, and that no one can force him off stage. It was there. We saw, some members of Sarkodie's team at the top where the DJ was. So Angel was there with a couple of Sark natives family. Then Stoneboy left the stage. It was at that entrance that you could see some people trying to hold him, and it took some time before that whole scene was cleared. And I heard the MC say that we preach peace, we always want peace and love, we want peace and love. So Andy, after everything, I spoke to Stoneboy's camp, Gerard. He was the one who put out a statement on his Facebook post that they got there early, they gave them 45 minutes, and they were doing that 45 minutes, which they were not done. And Sarkodie's team wanted them to cut their performance and interrupted them from going on with their performance.
Who made the post?
Gerard Israel.
Oh, Gerard Israel, okay.
Yeah, he writes for the Beam Nation. So he said DJ Mensah led some people to interrupt their performance. And for that reason, they weren't, so happy with how their performance ended. So as a result of that, I spoke to Angel, because I also saw him going upstage, to find out from Angel what really transpired, because I've spoken to Stoneboy's camp who want to blame the Sarkodie team for the interruption of their performance. When I spoke to Angel, he told me that he went there, but the thing was that R2Bs was supposed to perform before Sarkodie, so after Stoneboy was R2Bs. However, they were able to make some changes with the R2B's performance. So after Stoneboy, instead of R2B's, it will be Sarkodie. But he said some of the guys were not aware. The MC wasn't aware. It seems R2B's DJ had also climbed upstage to set up. So quickly, he had to go there to let them know that it's Sarkodie who is coming and not R2B's. And we all heard the MC announce that the next act is coming from side 15, TMA is in the building. And if you say side 15, we are talking about R2B's. But after that announcement, Sarkodie came on stage, which was a little surprising. So he said he going on upstage as Angelo was to, clear up and ensure that they set up on time to enhance Sarkodie's performance. And I spoke to someone from Echo House as well, and clearly you could see that they didn't want that issue to, overshadow the whole thing, and they believe that it can be solved from the point of, the artists who the issue happened, with them in the hem of affairs, rather than coming out to speak about the situation. So they think that it was more of a production than just the artists, because the two artists, Sarkodie and Stoneboy, were not physically involved. However, it was a struggle between their camps as to how to set up.
Okay.
And one thing I would like to also say is that I think the organizers need to, that some of the events, you can't even climb the stage because you need to go through some security protocol before. So if you don't have a pass from the coordinator, you can't get to where the DJ is.
Let me get to Kwame Dazi.
That's what broke down at the event, where everyone can get upstage and
Kwame,
the DJ set.
I've heard different opinions on accounts of this particular issue, and because I wasn't there and I wasn't backstage and I can't give account of everything that happened, I don't want to go into the merits of the matter. And even the people were not able to give you what's really transpired.
Yes, everybody was telling his side.
Exactly. It comes back to one thing, people who organize events, who produce, who direct events, we are getting into an event period where we need to be careful about how we go about some of these things, because the impression out there was as if Stoneboy had an issue with Sarkodie, or R2Bs had an issue with Stoneboy. So that was the impression. On Twitter, on Facebook, people were running their own commentary, people who claimed were there themselves. They didn't have the real information were giving out their own information. So I believe that as we get into this period, we need to be careful about some of these things.
Okay.
If you're an event organizer, don't try to create a platform to pit one artist against the other. Because yes, we've seen things in the past. We've seen the VGMA experience where somebody put something on stage and all that. We don't need that now. We need peaceful events moving forward. And that is why it's very important that you respect the artists and their camps, their teams, and the fans.
So,
Coca was there. Please, let me get to Coca. Kwagu?
I think whatever happened was just a misunderstanding.
Were you backstage?
I was there. I was there when it happened.
You were backstage?
Yes, I was there.
All right.
It was just two DJs misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding?
A misunderstanding.
Between?
Because it was a transition, but the transition was not managed well. So let's say you playing and Bedash is just coming to set up.
Right.
Unfortunately, pulled a wrong chord that disrupted those performing.
Okay.
It wasn't an intentional thing. But you see, a lot of times we allow unprofessional people who are managing artists to send information out before the reality is managed. So the thing went out like Stoneboy is being sabotaged.
So
it's something that
like miscalculation.
Yes, that he is supposed to perform. He said no. I've agreed that Kwame Dazi can perform now. So Kwame Dazi's team coming up. The people on stage don't know Kwame Dazi's team coming up. Kwame Dazi DJ comes, trying to get his plug to in, picks the wrong chord that is in motion.
Okay, I'm not cutting you, but if what Adam is saying is true, per the information you had from the person from Echo House, then why don't they come out to put out an information, a press or something, to tell people that this was a real issue? Because already people are pointing fingers at Angelo and Co.
You see, and Angelo spoke to Stoneboy in Ewe that, listen, what happened is between two DJs. It has nothing to do with you and Sarkodie. So don't get involved. Let us resolve it. And everybody went their way. So the thing didn't even escalate again.
Stoneboy went.
So it has nothing to do with.
I saw him.
It has nothing to do.
Social media commentary that is
No, you
causing-
see, my biggest
because there was a publication.
Ghana work.
Yes, it was a publication.
You see, the pain.
And I even saw Sarkodie react to it. That
yes, brands will struggle to put events, go through hell to build events. No support. When you call some, they will tell you bring money. Somebody has supported them, and then something of this nature, you just pick a video of a certain context, then you put it out there. What do we want to achieve when this is the time we need to unite them so that they can make money from almost 11 months of hard work they are not going to get? This is the month they are going to get. So there is nothing. We should just people had fun. The planning, these guys did well. They put up a show. They listen, the technology and everything. There are challenges. There were a lot of challenges, which I feel if they listen and they put it to out better, future Tidal Wave will be excellent. But everybody who came there did a yeoman's job, and I think the event was successful.
Well, Phil, I know properly. So these DJs, who were they? Did you see them?
Stoneboy DJ.
It would be difficult if I mention somebody's name because I know them by
faces, but not their names.
Yes, and the biggest error was the one mounting the gates, saying that he wanted DJs to be comfortable. So there was a big table on top so that
there'll be different sets.
But that was where the communication and everything went AWA.
Wow. Sadiq! Sadiq, you say, he don't watch Facebook, but we heard they shine like that. Later he say, because I say, yeah, man, can you cry? Mr. Logic! Welcome. Mr. Logic,
Andy.
if like they insult you, like you said something on air, if you will up.
Oh, you shouldn't have even said it. I was just about to do my own introduction and then just took the words. First of all, let me apologize to the listeners in the first place. I mean, of course, it shouldn't seem as if the moment I walk into the studio, there's chaos.
Right.
I mean, of course, I'm just.
Everyone knows we dey play.
I mean, yeah, we dey play, but I mean, once you've been prompted about it, I need to address it.
Right.
I'm just a person of setting discipline and principles. So once it's the other side or whatever or whoever doesn't really come up front with some level of respect, it always pushes me to also counteract.
Right.
So that's how come it happens that way. But it's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. With the tidal wave issue, Andy, I wasn't there. I saw a few snippets on social media, so I can hardly comment on who did what and who did what. Honestly, I also read online what Ghana Web published. So of course, I will just toe the line. I mean, with Kwame Dazi and Edem, whatever they said, I agree with them. And no. And I make a review from. Any other thing you ask me to say, may or my God.
Let me just.
Adam,
you wanted to say something.
I want to say big up to Tidal Wave. There was something I've keenly looked at with Tidal Wave since its inception in 2012. It's like it's a homegrown thing. It's 100% Ghanaian artists. Like they give maximum attention and support to Ghanaian musicians, unlike other festivals which has a lot of headliners coming out from different parts, but they go strictly Ghanaian, which I think is a good thing. I mean, the
DJs were not playing the Ghanaian song.
Yeah, that's why I've singled out.
Andy, we got there, I think, from 3:00. So Hagla was very particular about it, that it is not the on-air DJs that are doing that. Yeah. And we sat there from that time to like 6:00. The Ghanaian songs were about 6 that have been played. All the songs were Nigeria. And I witnessed something yesterday.
Earlier?
Yes, I witnessed something yesterday too in church about even music in the church. Yes, that choirs are using more Nigerian songs
it's happening
in the church than and yesterday Nancy raised it and it got my attention. So this is the 7th song, and it's a Nigerian song that all the choirs in the church are singing.
That's why we need to single out those who are doing well. Yeah. Big ups to Vyoski. I mean, his set was dominated Ghanaian dominance, and that is good. We need to single them out, and we can do it. It's mindset. So, big ups to the organizers. I think they should resolve this issue amicably among the artists. It's not anything we should degenerate into something else.
My worry is, why has it all of a sudden become blogs are putting out or tabloids are putting out stories, making it seem it was chaotic. It was something that that.
Andy,
it didn't even take long for Sarkodie
controlling the narrative.
Yeah. Andy, let me tell you,
those who put
trend,
together are
we
not
have
talking.
misconstrued the meaning of trend, and people want to live on negativity to prolong certain hold up of longevity of performances. So these kind of conversation in somebody's line, it is because I did well, because I'm the one domineering, my name is going, but it is negativity. Because if you watch where Stonebwoy, all the work Stonebwoy has done, coming home, and this is what is going to crown you as, and he also responded, and
but no, they should have come out with a press release a long time.
Because that's what I'm saying. The reason why the reason why even
is that officially Stonebwoy has that word?
I think he's not commented on that.
No.
I'm saying he hasn't. His guy,
Gerard.
Yes,
once you yes, but you see, because it was nothing, they don't want to even bring. When you
but you can't say it's nothing, because the impression out there is not good for
and that's normally
and then the artists involved.
It's natural to happen. When something happened. In attribution theory, when something happened, people would like to attribute it to something.
Yeah.
That is why it's always good to have a way to control the narrative, because people will try to make their own conclusion based on what they've seen and put out something there. So it is always good to have a way to control the narrative so that it doesn't go a way to disadvantage you. So for me, I think I love the way the issue was resolved, so that it doesn't degenerate into anything on the stage.
But people don't even know it was resolved.
It was.
So you get it.
When I was watching Stonebwoy when he was
So
leaving,
you get it. So
he
when
was
he's
leaving
telling us
stage,
now that it was resolved.
very calm. It was very calm, and I mean he left coolly.
Tomorrow, listeners, I'll get to Stonebwoy. Tomorrow, I'll get to Sarkodie's camp.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I will engage the DJs who supposedly caused that miscommunication. Let's find out what exactly happened. Because today, Coca he has uncovered something. He has misdirected or redirected the conversation. Supposedly, the real truth. Tomorrow, let's get deeper into it and find out what exactly happened. Kwame, thanks for coming. Mr. Logic, thank you. Adam, thank you. And Coca, thank you very much. Please don't leave yet. Please.
Mr. Logic's friend.
Who's friend?
Please. Listeners, this is where we end the program. Thank you very much.